Alright, welcome friends. So before I say anything, can I just show you this? Look at our ground speed. 601 knots, 125 knot tailwind. We're flying from Osaka to Tokyo Haneda International, and I've never done 601 knots ground speed before. Absolutely astounding. Got to be a quick, very quick flight. I expected this flight to be about 48 minutes. Our timer, which we started on our roll, is now 21, and we're probably about 20 minutes from landing, so pretty amazing. 139 nautical miles from our destination. Again, Tokyo Haneda International. See our approach path that we're taking. Thusly, to land on lots of planes in the area, to land on runway 34 left. Took off from Osaka at 6:30 sharp, 6:30 in the morning, Japan time, 1:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time here in LA. But really astounding to have that kind of tailwind. Okay, we're at 130 knots now from the airport on our route. So we're going to initiate our descent. First we'll begin slowing, and we'll begin descending as well. Set our altimeter, or altitude selector, if I can get it to cooperate, at 10,000 feet. Come on. Let's do it. All right, down to 10,000. There we go. There we go. Okay, and we'll begin descending. 1,800 feet per minute. We're going so fast that we're going to be there faster than you would normally expect to be. So it pays to start slowing. Beautiful morning. Look at those clouds. Wow. Just a gorgeous morning here in the skies over Japan. I'm guessing we're going to be dealing with some wind all the way down until that tailwind starts to diminish. Still 120 knots. Still doing 547, 546. Ground speed, true airspeed is 427. Knots indicated 278. Weather in Tokyo is nice. A beautiful fall morning, 48 degrees and sunny. Winds out of the north at 5 miles an hour. So we're not going to have or at least I don't expect us to have any weather problems on our final approach. But still, quite a day atmospherically. I knew we were going to be really have quite a bit of tailwind. We were only, I don't know, 12, 13,000 feet. We already had a 60 knot tailwind, so windy, at least up high above the Japanese mainland. Quite a bit of winds from the south pushing us along just like a big old kite. Let's go ahead and accelerate our descent rate. Descending now at 2,000 feet per minute. Still doing 519 knots ground, 412 true, 278. Slow that down to 270. We took off, it was, oh, look at that. We took off, it was not dark, but it was still definitely dawn. Light coming up, pink skies. Beautiful morning. But it's daylight now. Descending through 25,900 feet. While we're thinking about it, actually, I'm going to set our altitude selector at 3,000 feet. Was not able to find the applicable approach plates for this flight into runway 34 left, ILS runway 34 left, X-ray, but I was able to find the appropriate ILS frequency of 111.7 and 112.2 is the VORDME at the airport. You see, I've actually set bearing 2 to nav 2, thus we are receiving VORDME information from the airport, showing it 54.8 nautical miles away. Although on the route that we're taking, we're actually 93 nautical miles from the airport. Descending nicely. Actually shallow outer descent right now. Still quite a tailwind though. Set it at 1500. Lots of chop. I don't know if you can feel or see what I'm seeing in terms of bouncing around a little bit, but we definitely are. Set this at 265. May have to use that speed brake again. Once we turn right at Kaiho, between Kaiho and Avion, I'll activate the ILS. Definitely will be in range by then. Got this kind of sweeping right turn coming at us. Headed towards Acorn right now, right there. Just 56 seconds from Acorn. Love watching that sun come up on this Saturday morning here in Japan. Had a nice evening in Osaka yesterday and looking forward to a nice evening in Tokyo. As I said, we're going to land in Tokyo probably, well, I don't know, 7:15 in the morning? Maybe right around there, plus or minus 2. Already have us a room in Tokyo at the Four Seasons, naturally. Passing now below 20,700 feet, flight level 207. And showing us 77 nautical miles from the airport. Shallow outer descent rate a little bit more, 1,200 feet per minute. Remember, 3,000 at 10, 6 at 20, 9,000 feet at 30, 12,000 feet at 40, 15,000 feet at 50, 18,000 feet at 60. We're 74 nautical miles from the airport, and we're at 20,000 feet descending. So we're right on target for our 18,000 foot altitude goal. As we make this right turn, that's going to diminish our tailwind quite a bit. At least I would expect it to. Right now it's directly behind us, but as we make this right turn, it won't be behind us anymore. Hear the auto throttle dealing with that wind. Beautiful, wow. It's $1 million view. Wow. Sorry, I just sometimes can't get enough of the imagery. It's so beautiful. All right, passing now below 18,000. Go ahead and turn off our bank limiter. Allow the airplane to turn. We have quite a turn coming up here, as you can see. To the left, I'm going to go like that. So we don't want to limit the airplane's ability to bank by half. Headed now towards TT 452. Tango Tango 452 is our next waypoint, showing it just 43 seconds away, 4.9 nautical miles. Set at 260. Showing 60 nautical miles from the airport. 17,400 feet, that's excellent. And we're getting ready to make a big old left turn over these beautiful, crisp skies of Japanese airspace. After TT452 is TT453. It's our next waypoint, showing 7.3 nautical miles from TT453 right here, and 58 seconds. After we hit TT453, we'll make that left turn to Wedge as our next waypoint. It's going well so far. Still showing a 92 knot tailwind, partial tailwind. It's pretty significant. 90 knot tailwind when you're only at 16,000 feet. I mean, we're basically just getting blown along in the skies here. Here's our left turn towards Wedge. Beautiful. Airplane's executing the turn nicely. Turning towards Wedge now. Wedge now 18.3 nautical miles from Wedge. That is 3 minutes, 6 seconds. This is going up. Because we haven't quite yet turned towards it. This number should start to go down as we close in on Wedge. It's a little unusual. Keep an eye on that. Still beautiful, executing a beautiful, nice left turn. You can actually see the Japanese coastline there. Still kind of curious about this ETE. Now it's starting to go down. 339, 338, 337. Okay, good. Continue slowing as we approach 10,000 feet. Check outside. See, why did it switch to the left wing? It's so strange how it does that. I wish they would model the inside of the airplane. It'd be a lot nicer, like you do in the TBM. Winds have changed dramatically now, as you can see. Now dealing with a 79 knot headwind. Go figure. Still all looks well. 41 nautical miles from the airport, 13,000 feet. We'll shallow out our descent rate slightly. Always just keep reminding yourself. 3,000 at 10 miles, 6,000 at 20, 9,000 at 30, 12,000 at 40. We're 40 miles exactly to go, and we're at 12,600 feet. Set this at 250. And we'll set our vertical speed at 1,400 feet per minute. Hopefully the sim has got us landing on the right runway. The winds, in real life, the winds are out of the north, so we should be landing towards the north. In this case, runway 34 left. Showing us now just 97 seconds from Wedge, 6.6 nautical miles. It's our next waypoint. Getting ready to descend into the clouds. We'll keep an eye on icing. Outside air temperatures -6. Timer showing 35 minutes, 54 seconds since we began our takeoff roll. Hold 250 until we get to 10,000, and then we'll continue slowing. Headwinds have diminished now by half. Now a 40 knot headwind, 39, fine by me. Yeah, diminishing, 35, 34, nice, that's good. Winds make life more challenging. On a long flight, a good tailwind's your best buddy. But when we were only at cruise on this flight for, I don't know, 20 minutes. Cruising altitude 31,000 feet, so. The wind was more of a complicating factor. Next waypoint, Kaiho. Kaiho, showing 3 minutes, 15 seconds. 30 nautical miles and 9,600 feet. That looks good. We'll begin slowing. There's the ice, just as predicted. Let's go ahead and activate our anti-icing equipment. I expected that. Okay. Descending now into the clouds. Continue slowing. Again, might have to use that speed brake if we get that annoying landing gear alert. At 8,800 feet now, showing 28 miles from the airport. It's just exactly where we want to be. In we go, right in those clouds. I did detect an audio problem on my video that I recorded from yesterday. Our approach into Osaka. Staticky and crackly, strange pulsing sound, not normal, so not related to the sim in any way. I just hope my headset doesn't need replacing. It's a possibility though. Okay, we're coming up on Kaiho, showing just 2 minutes, 2 seconds from Kaiho. We'll make that right turn. Once we do, we'll get ready to switch over to the ILS. We are full IMC right now. Continue slowing. Showing just 5 minutes, 45 seconds from the airport. 23 nautical miles. Increase our descent rate slightly.
Landing gear.
There's that.
Landing gear.
Let's go ahead and use the speed brake.
Gear. Landing gear.
That'll enable us to slow down.
Landing gear.
See the speed brakes are up. Continue slowing down to 180.
Landing gear.
Just gonna have to deal with that
Landing
for a second.
Gear. Landing gear.
Set it at 180.
Landing gear.
There we go. Looking good now. Keep slowing. 1 notch of flaps. Let's go ahead and bring those speed brakes in. It's at 165. Getting ready to make our right turn at Kaiho. Beautiful Japan. 5,000 feet. 19 miles. Shall let her descend slightly. Things are looking good. Let's calibrate our altimeter, 29082. Getting ready for our right turn. It's at 160. Coming up on Kaiho now, just 28 seconds before we make our right turn. It's like a beautiful morning. A little cloudier here in Tokyo than I was expecting. There's our right turn coming up now. Yeah, live weather in Tokyo is showing sunny skies. Let's continue slowing. 155, another notch of flaps. And we'll do our landing gear now. We don't want to stop descending, so we'll go ahead and descend down to, we'll set our altitude selector at minimums. Descend at 1,600 feet per minute. Do full flaps. Landing lights. Auto throttles compensating for the additional aerodynamic drag created by the flaps. Okay. Shallow at our descent rate. And we'll switch over to nav 1. That's activated the green CDI. The approach button. It should initiate a left turn as we close in on the airport. Just 11 miles from the airport now. Coming in under the glide slope as we want. Things are looking good. Good God. That's a better view. Alright, I don't know why it moves around like that. The camera moves around uncommanded. It's strange. We're all configured for landing right now, full flaps. Gear is down. 4 minutes, 49 seconds to touchdown. Putting us on the ground at about 7:18 a.m. Tokyo time. Plenty of time for breakfast. Outside air temperature is 3 degrees, so we'll keep our anti-icing equipment on, although it's likely unnecessary. Just keep an eye on this green CDI. This line right here should begin to move left and turn us left to intercept the localizer. Flight slope showing drifting down, as I would expect. But just to avoid overflying the glide slope, we'll continue a very steady, slow descent. There's that left turn. Quite a headwind. No issues with tailwinds today. I'm showing a 29 knot headwind. There's the runway coming up right here. Right there. There it is. Slightly overshoot it. Should correct, however. Zoom in here on our MFD. Grab the glide slope just now. Turn to GS. Still a little off kilter, however. You can see the CDI is not lined up. Should be dead center. It's not the end of the world. Something about this latest patch has made the airplane handle more, sort of more languid. We're not lined up for the runway. I don't know if you can see this. Our glide slope's perfect, but we're just not lined up for the runway. So let's go ahead and deactivate the auto throttle now, just 2 minutes 51 seconds. And we will also decouple the autopilot. Now.
Autopilot.
Very well. Okay, we're going to hand fly this baby. Keep that airspeed under control. I am seeing whites and reds on the poppy, so that's good. Now we're lined up. I'm using that CDI down there on the left screen there. I can't point to it now. I'm a little busy. To keep that CDI as a course deviation indicator. Quite a wind we're headed into. 26 knot headwind. Really pretty significant. That might explain why the airplane was tracking a little to the right, just to compensate for that kind of a headwind. Still looking good though. It's a minor crosswind, kind of coming from due north, like this. Still looking really good on the glide slope. Airspeed's good, 152. Again, runway 34 left. Current course heading 340. Ice on the wings there. Still got some ice on the wings. Okay, 3 whites, 1 red on the poppies, which is fine, meaning we're slightly high, nothing problematic.
500.
2 and 2. Airspeed's good, 152. Wow, look at the detail on the, look at that airplane taking off on the right. Oh my goodness. Look at the detail on this airport. Wow. 2 and 2 on the poppies. Airspeed's perfect, 150, 34 left confirmed. Nice long runway. Idle. Whoops. Whoa, that was quite a bounce. There we go. Whew. Sorry about that, my friends. Goodness. Can't all be butter. Let's hit the brakes. Okay. Wow. It is a whole new animal landing with wind. I mean, it was very windy. You know, it was. Let's go ahead and stop here at the bars. See if we get any help from ATC. Look at all those ground frequencies. Taxi to parking number 3. There we go. All right, let's go outside briefly. Bring in those spoilers. There they go. Bring in those flaps. There they go. Okay, deactivate our landing lights, activate our taxi lights, turn off pulse, and let's go park. Anyway, I'm sorry. My preference is always for a butter landing. Well, reality is what reality is. Not every landing is going to be epic. I love the fact that there's actual aircraft taking off. That's beautiful. This is an active airport for sure. Welcome to Haneda, local time 7:20 now. I think they're going to take us over to the left here. To parking. Beautiful Tokyo. Giant airport. Was going to fly to Narita, but I don't know why. For whatever reason, I chose Haneda. Still windy. Yeah, that landing, man. I don't know what happened. It was just we were heading in beautifully, and then that ground effect caught me a little by surprise. We kind of plopped it, bounced. Again, this is an example of one reason why I'm glad that I keep the settings on hard like I do, because as I've mentioned before, if I had landed too hard, in other words, in a way that would have caused actual or real damage to the airplane, it would have told me that, and it would have just gone to black screen. So I suspect that if you'd been in that airplane, in this airplane at the time of that landing, it would have been a good plop, but nothing dramatic. Let's make sure nobody's on final. Nope. Yeah, we turned right off that runway. We should have turned left, but they're routing us around. Wow, what a big airport. There's somebody. Okay. All right, so we got our half-hour episode in, Friday after Thanksgiving. Gigantic airport. Keep taxiing here. I'm curious as to how or why it wasn't quite lined up once we made the left turn to final. Close, but even I struggled to maintain it with the wind, so that might be part of it. All right. Look at all these planes. Jesus. Airbus A380. Love that plane. All right, so we are fresh in from Osaka in Tokyo now. Now, I don't know what they meant about sunny skies. It's not really sunny. I guess it's not. And it looks cloudy to me, but there's some blue. There's some blue up there, right? I don't know. I actually pulled the weather for Tokyo proper, which is a little north of here, so who knows? Maybe that explains it. Next question, though, is where to go next. I think I'm ready to head back to the States, or at least parts east. And if that's true, then where to? Anchorage? Certainly I could get to Anchorage from this airport in this plane. Okay. I think I see our parking space over here. Let's just make sure our feet are ready to do some dancing here. Okay, in Tokyo now, Saturday morning. Gonna be engine shut down by 7:30. It's like 7:24 right now in the morning. That right turn, getting our parking space. What a trip this plane's had coming from Sacramento, all around the Pacific. Yeah, I see our flashlight guy. Let's pop up here. Gonna be right on this yellow line, which we will bring up here on our visual simulator to help us line up. Not exactly easy to back this baby up, so you want to do it right. Do it once, do it right. See if he actually gives us an X this time. Gonna give us an X there, bud? Yeah. Oh, Jesus. There we go. Got our X. Okay. Excellent. Activate our parking brake. Kill the engines. Oh, not done yet. God damn it. It's so inconsistent. Sometimes I cut the engines and it stops, and other times it it doesn't stop at all. Like, I have to actually affirmatively exit the sim. Other times it just does it on its own. It's weird. Turn off our lights. Depressurize. Alright. Kill the generators. Okay. Let's see what else I'm forgetting. Oh, stop the timer. 56 minutes. Well, that was from takeoff roll to parking. Probably more like 50. Well, you know, it's funny. What did I say? 48 minutes? I'll have to check the video later and see if that 48-minute flight time estimate was accurate. Make sure we have our icing equipment off now. Huh, that's funny. Just noticed the flight hour meter. 36 hours. Is that how long I've had in this sim? Yeah, that sounds about right. I can believe that. In this plane. Okay. Now, I'll turn off the batteries. Let's leave them on for 1 second. I just want to go outside for... Look at that parking job. Yes. Oh, that's great. That's nicely aligned. That is nicely aligned. All right, anyway, welcome to Haneda, and 7:30 in the morning. Let's head to breakfast, check in at the Four Seasons, and we'll see where we're headed next. Thanks for watching.